This is an AI deepfake Jamie York introduction to the property. No, I'm joking, guys. Technology hasn't gone that far in property, but it is playing a major role in property in 2023 and beyond. Seriously though, there's AI, types of machine learning, IoT, you've got AR, VR, blockchain, and everything in between. And it's really quite strange to see in the industry because property in the UK is so archaic in the grand scheme of things. Like, it's one of the oldest property markets in the world, and it kind of hasn't updated for hundreds of years in many ways. So how can we use this to get the cutting edge and get us at the forefront, pioneering the next wave of property investment? So let's start at the beginning. Social media. If you're a property investor that's actually looking to raise investment, for example, one of the biggest things you're going to be looking at is how do you make people aware of what you're doing, how you can impact them. And the biggest problem with that is, well, I need to produce content, I need to put it out there, how can I get it? And one day you'll be able to do videos like this with OpenAI or ChatGPT, okay? So this is a command where you can put in ChatGPT, hey, you are a marketing expert, how would you approach this? Please write a Facebook post of 300 words talking about the 5 reasons you should invest in property right now, along with a call to action on how the potential investor can get in touch. And then what will happen is ChatGPT will write that Facebook post. Now, that's just one way that you could use this, but there's so many different avenues. You can then sort of put that into a video AI. Maybe look at Jasper, for example, where you can input certain dialects and it will produce a video with B-roll over on top of it. So there's a lot of different ways that you can utilize AI. Now, we say AI and we often think of ChatGPT, but AI has been around in a lot of different ways. So AI in property data, landlord, and other softwares that allow us to actually intrinsically understand things in the background, manipulate that information, and then develop machine learning around it. So it's been around for years. It's only the interface like ChatGPT where people are starting to really understand it. The other thing we're looking at is blockchain right now. So blockchain is really about time-stamped series of data. And what we can do is really speed up the process. So think about certain points like searches. A prime example, searches when you buy a property, like they're looking at, is this in a flood zone? It's very rare that suddenly changes. Is local council search? Is it a mining location? Is there any sort of radon in the, all of these things that actually take a month, up to 4 or 5 weeks sometimes to get all this information. On blockchain, it would be instant. Bear in mind, there are countries such as Dubai. Okay, I know Dubai is not a country, but Dubai, it takes less than 24 hours. If I go view a property this morning, I'm going, I like it, I want it, it can complete the same day. It's completely normal to do that. Whereas it's not abnormal in the UK for a property to take 16 weeks to complete, which is crazy, right? But blockchain will help speed up the process and drastically reduce fees with solicitors because so much of the information will be readily available. It will be reviewing the document, make sure everything's good, and boom, get it complete. The other that I like is VR, so virtual reality. So there's something called Ricoh Tours or Matterport. Matterport's the best one, but it's like a £3,000 camera. But Ricoh Tours is something like £300. Imagine a camera on a stick. It ends up giving a 3D version. So you could see a 3D picture of this studio right now. But you could actually go a step further. Think of those virtual reality goggles and imagine your investors are over in Hong Kong. Now imagine you could have Matterport or Ricoh Tours and then they could be over in Hong Kong, which a lot of our investors are from. They put on their VR headset and they can literally walk around the property from their own home. I think that's pretty cool. A lot of people are like, it's gimmicky, but actually it's becoming really cost effective. And if somebody's going to fund 10, 20, 30 properties in your portfolio or buy it for you, what a great investment that is. And finally, think of all of the tech that can be utilized for the entire process. So searching for your property, analyzing the property, getting funding for your property. There's now software where you can get your funding all in one place, your bridging and mortgaging. What about the management of your refurbishment in terms of doing all of the refurb plans, the schedule of works, the bill of quantities, etc. And of course, the management. Wouldn't it be great to have a software where you've got the management in there? So the tenants there, all of your compliance in place, your EPCs in place, but it also links to your bank to find out. And there's lots of different softwares that actually do those separate things. But actually, today's video sponsor, Lendlord, is the only place that I know of that brings it all into the same place for free. Okay, so the way Lendlord works to make money is when you use their bridging, because they are the bridger. When you use them as a broker to introduce mortgage lenders, just like a mortgage broker. But otherwise, you can put all of that, searching for your property, analyzing your property, funding your properties, and managing your properties, including making sure it links to your bank, all in one place. And at the moment, as I said, that is completely free. And the way you can get access is click the link below in the description. As I said, if you go through that link, you can register and it's absolutely free. Now, I'm not saying you have to use them, but for me, it's really nice having a one-stop shop where I can do everything. The other cool thing is eventually with your lending, say you've got a 2-year fix to 5-year fix, Lendlord knows when it's coming up. It can analyze what the best lending is to replace that and will tell you in advance. It tracks if a tenant hasn't paid your rent, so it flags it to you and tells you so you can take action upon that. And this is where tech is going, guys. Yes, Lendlord's amazing. I genuinely personally use Lendlords. I talk about them a lot on this channel, but you don't need to use them. You know, you can use others. I'm sure there's something out there, but Lendlord is just the only one I've ever found where everything's in the same place. Now, tech is allowing us to do so much more in property. So if you're a landlord, for example, using something like Lendlord truly puts it in one place and allows you to be as hands-free as possible. But even as a property business owner, so I started talking more and more to my team about it, because I imagine as an employee, it's a little bit scary going, oh my God, I could be replaced with this. And it's like, yeah, maybe someday that does have the ability, but I actually think people should have a different mindset. AI will not replace you. Somebody with the knowledge of how to utilize AI will replace you. So human beings are about to become a lot more valuable by taking on AI. So think about this. If you are one of those individuals, you can 5x your output, but be paid loads more for whatever service you're providing. And that's as an employee, that's as a business owner or a property investor. But AI is taken over. I'm going to do some more videos on specific AIs that are blowing my mind right now. But if there's any in particular you want me to talk about, how it applies to property, let me know in the comments. But as I said, probably the most applicable for you guys right now in terms of if you're building your portfolio is going to be Lendlord, where you can do everything in one place. You can access it on the laptop, or if you've got, well, I've got an iPhone, so I assume it's on other smartphones, but on iPhone, you can actually have the app and do this when you're about at a property, price up the refurbishment, do your analysis on the property there. You can put your offer in on the spot, and that's what allows you to do it. So if you want Lendlord, the link's in the description, but any AI you should be looking at utilizing to scale up your portfolio and add value. And remember, that's how you're making money as a property investor. Hopefully this has been valuable. Let me know if there's anything you want me to cover around AI and how you can specifically use it. Give your personal circumstance and I'll try to do a video around that. If not, I try to reply to as many comments as possible. If you're new to the channel, you want to learn more about property, make sure to hit the subscribe and the notification bell. And if you did get value, it really does help me out if you just tap that like button, and I'll see you in the next video.